How to get rich with a
Are you a
purple
purple
cow.
cow? Watch this video because if you want to scale your organization, your company, your business, if you want to stand out and get to that wealth as effective and fast as you possibly can while you build authentic relationships, I'm going to share it with you right now. If you haven't heard, Seth Gordon, a wonderful writer of books about business growth and what's happening in the marketplace and trends, he talks about the metaphor of a purple cow. If you can imagine a cow field, most cows are the same color. But all of a sudden, if a purple cow came along, wouldn't you talk about it? Wouldn't it stand out? Wouldn't it make you curious enough? You are going to stay engaged. That metaphor is what small businesses must do. I hear people all the time say, I don't want to be that big. And I go, stop being selfish. Just stop. Because the bigger you are, the more you can help people. That's just me. But here's how it really lays out. In my experience, what I know for sure, big companies used to go for the large audiences, like Nike, used to see them on television all the time. And even Nike, he said, we really need to be a purple cow. We're going to stay in the clusters of the community and grassroots and build long-term relationships with people in an environment that understands our brand. And so that's why you never see those traditional Nike commercials anymore, because Nike stays really in the niche communities. They go in the segments so they can build lasting long-term relationships and even protect the brand. Well, small businesses, you guys got to do the same thing. I have to do the same thing. Being a purple cow is, how do I tell my unique story, my truth? I don't care about the competition. There is more than enough customers for everyone out there, but I'm going to tell the story that people can relate to me. I can live that true story, and people are going to look at me like that purple cow, like I'm curious. I want to talk about it. I want to stay with you. I want to be with that person that's standing out. And the more you stand out, based on your story and your authenticity and your value proposition, the more people are going to talk about you. And when people talk, they become an extension of your marketing campaign. They're an extension of your advertising campaign, because you would love to go to sleep and 8 or 9 people are telling 12 or 13 people. It's called a pass along rate. When people keep talking, some people call it word of mouth, but it's really called a pass along. And while you're asleep, they are telling everyone about your wonderful brand. So here's how you scale. You scale by first saying, I'm going to go into the smallest slither, the smallest slice of segment, community, or my customer base. If you sell jewelry, necklaces, which I got this from one of my students, and you can only sell, make 20 pieces a month, well, you know how many customers you're going to be able to handle. And so you want to say, let me focus on the smallest slither. Let me get them to talk about me. Let me get them to be engaged with me, right? And then what I'll do is I'll expand a little bit more as I make sure I have a loyal following of people sharing the news about this purple cow right here. And that really is the simplest way. But most people try to say, well, let me just see who's interested and then I'll cut back. I say, go after the smallest group of your clients and build out. You may have 5 or 6 different types of clients. Start with one type. Make sure they can understand you're creative and you understand their language and when to reach them and when not to reach them. And are they willing to give you an email address, or do they prefer to give you their phone number so you can do text marketing? Do they want to meet you on the blog? Believe it or not, everyone doesn't have to be big and bad and known. I know a lot of people that walk through airports and go into the grocery store, and I happen to know that they're worth a couple of million or a couple of 100,000. They're really getting the return that they want to make them happy. And that is the most important thing, with the exception of being a solution for consumers. You are in business to be a solution to the needs of consumers. And so to get to know them and get really intimate and then take these little baby relationship steps out is how you in a healthy way, how you raise your purple cow. Yeah, how you raise your purple cow. Dreams can come true. I need you to focus on the best story possible. Start with your favorite childhood story. We'll talk about that later in a classroom. But knowing your favorite childhood story connects you to so many key points of who you are and what you want to offer and how you want to offer and what type of people you can attract. So, hello, all of my lovely purple cows. Grow, grow, grow. If nobody told you they love you today, I do. Big old capital letters. It's LaTanya Jr.